Okay YouTube, so we are doing a video today. So this is my 15 Pro. Let me just pick this thing up. So yes, not Pro Max. Now I did have a Pro Max, I did order a Pro Max to begin with, but the offer was too compelling. So long story short, someone made me offer on my Pro Max. I was able to make some money, and effectively I've got an iPhone 15 Pro, not a Pro Max for now. Well, let's just say I saved £400 on my Pro instead of keeping the Pro Max, because flipping the Pro Max meant I had more of a budget and more of a discount I can get, because I still need to upgrade, because my daily driver is an 11 Pro Max, and I found the 11 Pro Max is getting to the point where the battery is now dwindling. So what I have here is cases. Now I'm someone who likes their thick, rugged case. I can't really stand myself having a phone with no rugged case. I do want a rugged case, because the last thing I'll do is damage my phone. So this is my iPhone 15. Now you can see, yes, it is late, it's 2 o'clock in the evening, and yes, I have indeed got a temper glass. Now I did want to get a privacy one, and I wasn't sure, but I'm thinking to myself, do I need a privacy one at this point? I think just having just a temper glass is fine. That's the main thing. And yeah, I've been using this phone. I did check out the reviews, the recent sort of updates, what they've said as well. I saw the video with the bend test that Jerry Rig did, and yes, frankly I was a bit shocked to see how the back can crack, but on the 15 Pro it doesn't, and also the overheating issue it's got. So I still want to get the Pro Max, having the bigger size, the bigger battery, yes, and having more storage. This is a 512 model 15 Pro, not a terabyte. I did want to get a terabyte, but it wasn't available, it was not in stock. My initial Pro Max was in stock, but anyway, I'm just mumbling now. So this is my phone, and these are the cases that I've bought. Now I've got a Unicorn Beatle. This is quite a rugged case. This is a Unicorn Beatle Pro. This is one that I found on Amazon, was on a special offer. I think this one was the most expensive. Now this one was retails around 30. This one is around 10 to 11 pounds with the offers that's available. And this one, right, this final one here, this is from a company called Nillkin. Now if you haven't heard of Nillkin, it's the case I'm using right now. The Nillkin case that I'm using does have a sliding top, so I did want something to actually have something that protects the camera lenses, because the last thing I'll do is scratch the camera lens, and again, obviously, then yeah, it doesn't look nice. And also, might not even keep my iPhone 15. I might switch to an iPhone 15, but I do want to resell this bad boy. I do want to make sure the phone is pristine. So yeah. And yeah, it is. I've got my apps and stuff, everything basically onto this thing is all good to go. So these are my cases, and I'm going to go ahead and just decide which one do I like. So let's go ahead and unbox. Let's just go for the Unicorn Beatle first choice, then we'll go for this Amazon branded, whatever this generic case is, and then we'll go for the Nillkin case. Okay, so this is the Unicorn Beatle. It does have the little SUP thing here, it says SUP case. I do like Unicorn Beatle as a brand. I do have a Apple iPad case from Unicorn Beatle, and also my watch is also a Unicorn Beatle as well. So anyway, let's have a look inside. It's quite a thick case. Now I don't know if I want to be using the entire case, but that's actually a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be. So let's have a little look. Okay, packaging review. So this is the case here. It does come with this thing here, which is a belt clip. I don't think I would be using a belt clip. Again, I'm not on a construction site, but it might be ideal if you're someone who likes to have something with a physical belt clip. I'm not really one of those people. I mean, back in the days, yes, they used to be the thing. I used to be a big fan of Crucial leather cases. Crucial was a brand that used to make genuine leather cases. I used to love those cases, and sometimes I even bought a case and then bought the phone after I bought the case, just because I like the case so much. Anyway, this is a Unicorn Beatle. The front has a plastic thing, so again, I'm not sure how, because I've already got tempered glass on my phone, I'm not sure how touch sensitive it's going to be, if I'm still going to get the same response or latency, if it's not going to mistouch, because again, having tempered glass, then putting plastic on top of that tempered glass does affect it maybe. But anyway, the front does have this, and the back doesn't protect the camera, but it does protrude out, so you do get some sort of level of protection with the cameras. And this thing here as well, again, I was looking for one with a physical kickstand. Again, if you're watching something on the go, I do want to have something that's got a little kickstand that I can flip out. But the thing is, having this kickstand is nice, it's rugged, I guess, but the thing I don't like about it is just the non-camera protection it's got here as well, and it's very, very bulky. I guess in some scenarios, if you are someone in construction or some sort of job like that, this might be ideal. And also putting the kickstand back in here, I don't like the way that feels. Like, you know, you have to physically, then you can't just place it back. Now my original case that I'm using with my iPhone 11 Pro. You just push it back into place and it's just going to sit down into place as well. And then obviously you can twist it in whichever direction you can have. So again, this orientation means that the iPhone would always stay in one angle, and you can't position it to any other angle or move it or tilt it or have it positioned the other way as well. So it's going to be fixed in this angle. Yes, so that is this case. Again, if you are someone who likes something with having front protection, this does have that front protection, so it's going to be ideal. And it does have covers at the bottom here as well. If I just focus it does have covers. So sorry about the lighting here. If I just zoom into the light, there you go. So that's a bit better now. So yeah, it does have covers for the charging port, and I think it's got covers there for the speaker, or is it just a foam inside? No, it's just a foam inside. No, nothing to protect the speaker microphone, but it does have a cover here to protect your brand new USB-C refinely caved port. So that is this case. So let's move on to the next case, the Amazon brand new case. I'm assuming it's just some sort of random AliExpress thing. They just rebranded, put on Amazon and then sell it for a markup. Anyway, let's check out that. So this is the iPhone case. Now let's just open this thing up and see exactly how it looks. So again, it says shock resistant, and I'm thinking it's maybe similar to a case that I'm using for a work phone. I have a A71. It has a similar case like this as well, but it's like a red and black sort of color scheme case. So this is the case. It doesn't have anything special. It just says shockproof 2020. I'm not sure the level of protection. Now I'm thinking about it as well. There is cases like for a company like Mouse, they do offer a lot of protection, but then price wise, you're spending £50 to £60 on a case from Mouse. It's very thin, it's got some sort of cool stuff. There is a couple of companies like Tech 21 which I do like. They use D3O fabric as well in the case. Now this does have but a cover for the camera, but this is quite a difficult, so you have to put a bit of pressure in it. That's not bad, but again, I'm assuming on the Pro Max version the camera, the little thing here won't protrude out. So hypothetically, if you're using it, you don't want this thing to be sticking out like this sort of little lip here. And I'm assuming on the Pro Max version, on this sort of case, maybe does it maybe go out, because on the one that I'm using right now for my Nillkin case that I've got my iPhone 11 Pro Max, it doesn't go all the way off to the edge of the phone. But again, the cameras are a lot bigger on the iPhone 15 compared to like an 11 Pro Max, which I'm using currently. Now the back does have this sort of like design here with these little torque screws, but nothing actually, that's just for design, purely for design. And here is your kickstand. The kickstand doesn't rotate, it's a fixed kickstand, and if I pull some weight on this thing, it does bow, so it doesn't have it's quite flimsy. I have to say, this case is kind of flimsy. This, I feel like if I'm holding this from the ring, putting some pressure on this thing, at some point this will just give way and it will just snap off, and as well I could drop my phone. So I'm not sure. It's not bad for something that's going to be for some sort of overprotection around that sort of £10 range. This is not a bad case. This is okay. I guess this sort of case I would be more sort of happy around the £5 range, being how flimsy it is, but it's a cool sort of, let's say, futuristic design. It looks like a rugged case, but I'm not sure what sort of level of protection it's going to give you. It's going to give some level of protection because of the size. It has got some, yeah, because it has got some level of protection, but I'm not sure how much, because again, it's just going to be plastic. There's nothing actually in between them that's going to protect it in any sort of way. Anyway, I would say I'm not sure about this case. The first one definitely not. It's just too bulky for me. Just don't want something that sort of bulk in my pocket. This is okay. It doesn't protect the front of the screen though. So again, I've got my tempered glass on the front here as well. It is going to protect it's not going to do any protection. My tempered glass is going to shout and crack, hopefully not the inside. But yeah, it's some level of protection, because it does sort of like, I'm assuming it has a little lip to it as well, but the glass is going to be completely plush from the outside, I'm assuming. But let's just fit it and just have a little trial, because again, I don't want to like give this thing a no straight off the bat. Anyway, yes, okay, so it does have a bit, I would say a couple of millimeters with the tempered glass installed. It does have some, the lip does come out a bit, like I would say like maybe about 1 to 2 millimeters out, so there is some protection on it. But again, I'm not the fan of this thing here. But I do like this, but it's just too stiff. I mean, if you're doing that, if you're you have to put a lot of force just to get this off, just to use your camera. I'm assuming you have to leave it in this position. It could work, but again, obviously you're losing that one camera. It's my fingers basically covering my own camera here as well, of course, when I actually do video with my iPhone while showing you this phone. Anyway, let's move on to the last case, the Nillkin case. So this is the last case. This is the Nillkin case. This is a brand I currently use. I do like the brand, and this one is a lens swing magnetic case. So it does have, this is the only one out of the three, and it does have that sort of that MagSafe ring on it, so you can charge your phone wirelessly while this is on. So that's quite a nice feature. Me just dropping random stuff there. I do like it right off the bat purely because of the soft feel. So it does have this rubberized textured feel as well, but I'm assuming after some wear and tear this thing is just going to fall apart. And the camera ring, it does offer some level of protection, and the camera ring does pop off like this as well, which is nice. I guess you can adjust to whichever size, and it just sits in this one angle. So again, no rotating ring. I did like the one on my iPhone 11 Pro Max, which did have that circular rotating ring that you can just put and you can just move to any side. It does come in pretty handy sometimes as well, but this is quite nice. This is nice, incorporating this into the camera thing. Yeah, I like the feature. So let's just try it on anyway, because the size of it, I do like it. It does feel like a premium case. And again, this is the mid-tier option. So again, you have the cheap one, which is £10. You have the more expensive Unicorn Beatle, which is £30, and this one is £20. Again, you're not spending huge amounts of money. This is what I would say. This is like an affordable option to go for. Let me just pop the phone inside and just see how this looks. Okay, so the phone is in. It does feel nice. It just feel nice to touch. That sort of smooth texture, I do like that. The camera ring, does it sit properly in down? Oh, it does. It does click into place, satisfying click. And again, it does protrude quite far out, so your lenses aren't going to get scratched. So it does offer that protection as well, which I do like. And again, if you're holding the phone at an angle, you can kind of tell that, you know, this is, you know, it's just nice. It's hard to describe. I think this is my favorite out of the bunch so far. It's not the best case I've used out of the lot. There's some slice of life things I would prefer having, but in terms of the profile, the slimness, it just meets that. It's not too complicated. It doesn't have that sort of that crazy sort of like design. Now I'm looking at this one over here as well, just for reference. This just is too loud, you know. Having something that says on the top as well, like this as well, discover innovation. I mean, alright, cool, but I mean, you can barely say this as innovation. This is discover innovation. I mean, yeah. And then the Unicorn Beatle is just too far out there. It's just nah. This would be my choice. Again, tell me if you're looking at cases for the iPhone 15, 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max. Do you have any suggestions, or what would be good rugged cases to use for someone who's going to be using this phone? Like they're going to be beating this phone around, and again, they're okay if it drops. It's going to have some decent level of protection. But yeah, Nillkin, you guys have done a good job here. I do like the case, and I'm probably going to use this case going forward, and I'll probably just leave those out to the side. But anyway, this has been Ace. Hope you enjoyed that video. As always, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Ace out.